is up, guys? My name is Ari here, and in this video we're going to be having a look at Nakamigos. Now, I know I have not been talking about NFTs. I barely talk about NFTs, and I actually don't know much about NFTs, but what I can tell you is that Nakamigos could be a hidden gem. I've lost a lot of money in NFTs, but I have never held an NFT for more than 2 months. And Nakamigos, I've been holding them for over 5 months, accumulating probably 2 or 3 every month, because I think that this can be the next big thing. Now, obviously, this is a gamble, guys. Maybe it's not a gamble. Maybe it is a safe investment. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever. And just because I'm accumulating a shit ton doesn't mean you should be buying. You should always do your own research and due diligence. We know that the NFT market has been pretty much dead, but I think that Nakamigos will bring the NFT hype or NFT season back again, because we can see right here that the volume has been 41,000 ETH in a matter of 7 months. So not only that, but they launched in a bear market. Now, what's interesting about this is that obviously there's a bunch of threads saying that Beeple could be essentially behind the Nakamigo brand. And the reason why, before I get into this thread, is because if I actually zoom in right here, you could see that there's a hidden Nakamigo right here, just above this box, or how do you call this container right here. So it's obviously very, very, very interesting. And if we go to another one, these are obviously dropped by Beeple. Is by far one of the most influencer artists out there, and especially in the NFT space. And if we actually zoom in, there's another hidden Nakamigo right here, as you guys can see in this portrait. Now, this is not the only two that there are. There's many more other hidden Nakamigos right here. So obviously it's going to be very, very interesting to see. They also made a post. Nakamigo made a post that fall is coming, and a lot of people say that pretty much Mike Novogratz, I believe that's his name, could be also potentially behind it because of his past football history. And they made a post right here that fall is coming. So obviously on April 19th, they said Nakamigos are half of the story, next part coming for holders later this year. Now, fall is supposed to start, or not supposed, is starting September 24th, I believe, and it does end. It's a 3-month period. Obviously, it's going to be very interesting to see where this goes in the near future, right? So that's what's happening right here. Fall is coming, should be in 2 weeks. That doesn't mean they're going to drop the news in 2 weeks. It could be 3 weeks, a month from now. It's going to be in the fall period, or the fall time frame right here. Now, this is another thread right here by Dabber, dabber.eth. He said, "Are you connecting the dots?" A thread on Beeple on his potential connection to Hypeful Labs and Nakamigos. So we could go ahead and read it. We know Beeple was drawn to Nakamigos early on. The project broke out after we saw, or what was a free mint, or essentially free mint. Holders of the EOS end of Satoshi Pass were granted free mint. Nakamigos quickly gained popularity on the X timeline as volume surged in the brutal bear market. So like I said, guys, these things launched in a bear market. Now, we know Lazy Lions are pretty much launched in a bull market, full off bull market. Everything was exploding. People were hyped up about the Lazy Lions. I was seeing them all over on my timeline, even though I had nothing. I knew nothing about NFTs. And guess what? Nakamigos not only passed them in volume, but they passed them in floor price. So obviously there's something much bigger. Now, like I said, guys, I don't know what's happening. I don't know the roadmap. I don't know anything. All I know is that I'm bullish on community, and community is one of the biggest thing in crypto, because if you don't have a base community, how can you be bullish, right? You need to have people to support the project. And Nakamigos really reminds me of a lot of these NFT projects back in the days, where people got in at 0.2, 0.3, and it rode up all the way to 15 to 20 ETH. So obviously, guys, this is going to be very, very interesting what happens later on. And imagine what happens in the bull market. So imagine crazy news happens, Beeple, Mike Novogratz ends up being the founder or whatever. I'm not saying they are. All this is rumors, but imagine this happened and it explodes to 2 to 3 ETH floor price, right? Imagine what happens after that in a bull market. Can we see Migos go to a 10, 15 floor price? Maybe not. So we could see right here, then seemingly out of nowhere, we got our first ever people every day about the project, the piece of prey. It shows a hooded figure before an altar praying to the image of several Nakamigos. And altar, the stable is decorated with oranges and a couple of variety flowers. Now, what's interesting about this is that Beeple not only drops, an everyday picture every day, but also Nakamigo, surprisingly, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they also drop one Nakamigo or one Migo every day. So you can see right here, every 24 hours there's a new picture that they just drop of the collection. So obviously very, very interesting. They haven't missed a day. I mean, every day at the exact same time they pretty much drop one pick. So pretty interesting right here. When he created the piece on April 2nd, many speculated why he was created, and the question if Mike was actually involved with HIFO Labs himself, which he denies. But 2 days later followed in a Donald Trump pleading not guilty to pumping Nakamigos. So you can see right here, if you zoom in, you can see that this was one of the, you know, obviously Donald Trump didn't really tweet this, but you can see right here, he's pleading not guilty, and there's a bunch of Nakamigo pictures right here. So obviously pretty crazy. I mean, you guys can read this whole thread right here. It is obviously very, very interesting, and I don't know, the art is crazy. I mean, his art is crazy, people. Nakamigo is obviously very interesting art. You can see there's a lot of football related artists right here. Or not artists, but traits. And obviously Mike has a lot to do with football. So obviously it's going to be very, very interesting. Me, I've accumulated a bunch personally. I think this is going to go very, very high. Not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you guys like this video, of course, my first NFT video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.